Hello.
Hi, is Lockie home?
Lockie's in. Lockie, Chanelle's here.
Hi, Lockie.
Hello, how are you?
Some of you may remember that interview that I did with Lockie Kirk a few weeks back. But now that he's settled in, I decided to chat with the Kirk family as they look ahead to Christmas, which would mark 2 months since Lockie's return.
I've been brilliant.
Oh, that's amazing. What have you got up to during the time?
If honestly, just sitting around.
Enjoying family time?
Yeah,
And are you excited for Christmas home after so many years?
of course I am.
Are you looking forward to the Christmas food?
Oh yeah.
Before we hear from the Kirk family, let's take a look back at Lockie's journey, which started in January 2021.
A teenager's been flown to Aintree Hospital in Liverpool with serious injuries following a crash on the Switchback last night. The 17-year-old male from the Peel area was driving a black Ford Fiesta when the accident happened at around 5:30. No other vehicles were involved.
Our heart is breaking and it's so heartwarming and it feels like we are getting repaired in some way with just the love and support.
We've just had his 12-weekly review and he's doing great.
It brings us to tears really when we think about the generosity of.
Plans are got in for disabled living accommodation adjoining our house. We're calling it Ballalockie.
It's going to be very different and it's just really exciting.
To see the improvements that Lockie's made is so fantastic, and it just seems like this is the next stage.
Still remains in Derby House, which is a neurological rehab centre in Liverpool. He's looking forward to coming home once the building work is done.
His walking's coming on.
And he is really is a loving boy, and he's shown us Lockie's still there, and he's starting to string a few sentences together. Still really tough. Lauren travels over at the weekends. The generosity of the Manx and that money's helping me stay out here and helping the family travel. I can't thank the people enough really.
He's surpassed all the doctors and the medical staff, all their expectations really.
After nearly 3 years, Lockie is on his way home.
Oh, it's been really great. It's lovely having him home, and we're kind of glad we're not doing the travelling every weekend anymore because that was getting very tiring. But yeah, it's fabulous seeing him home and surrounded by his friends coming around to visit him, and he can get around in his new space really well. It's great.
Lots to do still, but not having to go away in this sort of weather every weekend on the boat is just brilliant, and I'm just made up his home and settling in to life as we now know it.
I take him out a fair bit to the pub. And he can't stop flirting with all my friends. Even bigger flirt now than he ever was.
No.
But it's lovely when he behaves. But most of the time he just runs off and makes friends with other people and leaves me to myself with a drink in the corner.
And also happened to leave Torrin at the weekend to go and see Lockie. So it's also really nice to be at home with all the kids, really. Not have to be parted is great.
And I feel like the house just feels like a home again now, with everybody around, all the family, more people coming and going all the time, and it's just great having everyone together again properly as a nice family home again.
And I'm sure for you guys, because you're used to having it, and then for so many years, for 2.5 years, you had to, like Dan said, Torrin was on one side, Lockie was on the other side. So it's nice to have everyone together. It's that full house, full family, full everything.
Because it was always a busy household. But now, it was quite quiet when he was away. There weren't as many people around. Just felt a little bit empty. But we're all here, all excited to have him back home and just enjoying it.
Where to from now?
Walk.
How determined are you?
Very.
Have you started taking a few steps here and there?
Yeah, I have.
Unassisted?
Assisted only a little bit.
And so, Lockie, how's the support been since you've got back on the island?
Good. It's been amazing.
And I understand you've had lots of support in terms of your friends. They've come about, they're helping you as well and trying to keep you headstrong.
Yeah. My good friend had got me by Kippy. His name is Ryan.
So your friends got you a bike and you've been using that to help kind of with like your physio.
Yeah.
So Lockie's big ambition is still to be able to walk, and so he's started with some physio, and they're trying to make a block of sessions for him. But we've also been in touch with Danny Kane from the Meadow, so he's offered to help Lockie as well. So we're hoping to get some gym sessions in with him as well, so that will improve his core strength and hopefully get him on his feet a bit more. We're still waiting on some equipment as well from the physio team, so they've promised him a walking frame.
Oh, are you looking for a girlfriend?
I am.
Is this why you're flirting with all the girls in the bar?
Yeah. No.
He is in the market for a girlfriend, so if anybody would like to step forward, I will be interviewing potential suitors for him. Thank you. He doesn't mean to flirt with them, it just happens.
So I was going to ask, I know you say you take him around with you, so I'm assuming, well, you both are very close. During the time that he was away, how often would you guys speak? And having him home just in the next room, how's that?
We messaged quite a fair bit and we would FaceTime, but I didn't get the chance to go over and see him as much as I wanted to. I was on torrent duty. But yeah, since he's been back, I've been able to kind of clean my car and put the seats down and get the wheelchair in the back, and we can go out places. Woo-hoo. Go to the Crumble Bar in Laxey, Black Dog in Peel, and we went to Barbary West Coast and played some pool. It was really, really nice.
Lockie, I'm sure for you must have missed that, you must have missed the going out, interacting with people, meeting with people.
I was just stuck in the rehab. I have been so lonely.
Mom, looking at you, and as we come towards Christmas, how excited are you? I know we always knew Lockie was going to come home in this year, but seeing him here, seeing that it's December, knowing that we're going closer and closer to Christmas, are you feeling that kind of Christmas spirit or Christmas cheer?
Yeah, so excited. We've got our decorations up a lot earlier than usual, so that shows how much we're looking forward to it.
It's just hard to believe that 12 months ago we'd be sat in the garden right now, outside, and now we're sat in a lovely extension where he's got lots of room to move around. We're just going to have the biggest Christmas dinner, lots of people round, like we normally do, but it's just a bit special this year, a bit more special.
How's the support? I know you guys, throughout the process, you've had so much support. Now that Lockie's home, do you still have that support structure?
Yes, we're still getting support. We've still got people helping. It's almost phase 2 now, where Lockie's got to do a lot of his gains. He's going to make a lot of his games himself, and he will come on a lot more. Now he's got more conversation of the evenings. He'll make a few more gains as well, we're hoping.
It's nice to see people popping around to visit Lockie, keep him company, because as he was saying, he does get a little bit lonely during the day, so it's nice for him to have visitors. And yeah, there's still a bit to do in the house, so luckily people are still on board and helping us. Poor John, who's project managed from the start, he's probably dying to see the back of it, but he has been brilliant from the start. He gave up so much of his own time without question. He offered his time because we wouldn't have asked. It was a big ask to get involved in such a project, and it became bigger than we expected, really. This dining room was John's idea. We hadn't really thought of this at the beginning, and this is probably the room that we use the most. It's probably Lockie's favourite room. He sits in here a lot of the time, don't you? Obviously his own bedroom is amazing too, and all the teams have done such a great job. We can't thank everyone enough.
Before I go on to the sponsors, can you guys tell me what the last month have been like?
Still quite exhausting. I thought it might get slightly easier not travelling, but again, we're still doing a lot around the house and running around after Lockie or Torren. So yeah, there's still a lot to do. As I say, I wouldn't have it any other way though. It's just great to have them home, but it's still quite knackering if I'm honest.
I was going to say the same. It's quite exhausting. The weekends are far too short, and we have to, fit in as much as we can. Family time. Lockie still gets tired, so we have to try and schedule our day around when he's going to need a nap. He gets very fatigued in the afternoon, so he has to have a couple of hours out just to recharge his batteries. So yeah, it's fantastic, but also it is still quite hard work, and as Dan said, we've still got quite a bit to do around the house to get it up. So if we think back to the beginning of this journey, if you want to call it that, we had such a massive support from Melissa, who set up the GoFundMe page. We didn't know what we were dealing with at that time, and just not really the money, but the messages of support that we received were really what kept us going. And I can't say enough thank you to everyone who's been supportive in that way. The text messages that we received kept us going in the darkest time of our lives. And now looking back, and when we know the outcome has so much different than it could have been, it's amazing to see Lockie home, and we're very, very proud of how far he's come, but we couldn't have done it without the support that we received.
Very proud
really
of
can't say that enough.
The Isle of Man and everyone that donated, the people that didn't know us, and you look at the names and you think, that's my doctor, or that's such and such, and who are they? But they donated, and it's people that we don't know very well, don't know at all, but they donated, and it was just very appreciative. Thank you. We've got a few names to mention. These are pretty much in order of people that came forward to help us, going back to the very first day, building the project.
So at the start was Ian, who was a family friend who used to be an architect. He's actually retired. He's in his 90s. He came out of retirement to do the plans for our building. So what a great guy.
I'd like to thank Degsy from Dam, supplied 2 wagons and moved 300 tonnes of earth with the help of Johnny from Fox Group. We had XL Construction down, making sure all the levels were great, and we had Ace Hire supplying us with a cement mixer, pump and anything else we needed. Stephen Christians came forward and they donated stone, hardcore, and supplied us with a roller and another digger. Island Aggregates supplied us with blocks and concrete. Jamie Carey, they did some groundworks for us, laying the footings. Man and Crane Hire, they supplied us with a container. We've had it for almost a year now. They've just been fantastic, so thank you, Chris. Chris Kissick moved it for us, which was a big help, because obviously to move a big machine like that, it's not cheap to run a wagon of that size, so thank you. McBlair, they've been fantastic with our building materials. We had Theo Build come in, do the blocks up to floor level on our slab. J&J Building Contractors, they laid the floor slab. They've also made the openings for the extension.
Yeah, J&J were fantastic. They've been back several times doing bits and pieces for us. JDW have also supplied us with a portaloo on site. JCK Limited, they supplied lots of materials for us at the beginning. They were a massive help to us, and we can't thank them enough. As well as CCJ Group Limited, they did a lot of the block work. They put a few men on to actually do the block work for the extension. There was JP Corrie, who supplied us with some materials. AV Crane and Sons They supplied us with some aggregates. Kinraid scaffolding, put some scaffolding up at the front, and we're really grateful to them for that as well. Dandara, they supplied us with the roof trusses, and they also did some of the plaster boarding for us, so that was amazing as well. Max Builders Merchants have been very supportive from the start. We've got a lot of our supplies from them. We must mention Charlie D Roofing Service. They were fantastic, straight onto the job, did the roof for us. Can't thank them enough. It's been brilliant.
So having AKW on the Isle of Man as well, they supplied pretty much the whole bathroom from the walls, ceilings, all the appliances in the bathroom. They've been fantastic. Manx Solar Electrical, they were one of the first electrical contractors to just jump on board and say yes, it's not an issue, fitted solar panels, done all the electrics, and they've just been outstanding. Spectrum Windows, if you look around, you'll see our beautiful windows. Again, they just came forward, no hesitation, supplied all the windows, and they're very good quality too, fantastic. Ben from Manx Flat Roofing came and helped, I helped Ben do the flat roof at the back. Yeah, he was great. It's just nothing, any bother. Did the flat roof out the back and said, right, when am I coming round to do the front porch? So jumped on board, did the front as well. Peter Wilson, he was Lockie's boss when Lockie was an apprentice plumber. He came in and helped with the plumbing with his apprentice. Perfect Finish Plastering, they were fantastic. They just jumped on board, and his work is second to none. It really is.
We also very generously had Felton's supply us with a new log burner, which is absolutely gorgeous in our front room. There was Hugh Proctor, who did a lot of plastering for us inside as well. He's been back several times, poor Hugh. And Magic Carpets have done a wonderful job of the flooring. It looks fantastic throughout the whole extension and our living room from before. Pro Screed came in. Sorry, they came before Magic Carpets. Put down the screed, laid that ready for the flooring to go down. And also Leslie, Wish Upon a Dream. Leslie came in and she has beautifully furnished Lockie's bedroom, supplied him with a bed, all the furniture, lamp, massive television, which he enjoys doing a bit of gaming on. And she's been wonderful from the start.
Colburn's also jumped on board and donated a telly for our dining room, which was we were very surprised, but we really appreciated it. Dandara came back and donated all the plasterboard, so they came back twice. JDW, their continued support. Martin Thika Painting, he's come in and decorated the whole downstairs, and Eddie and Jane from City Plumbing supplied the paint, so big thank you to them. Macro Metals donated some alloy for the doors, front of the doors, and Manx Indy shipped and brought over the kitchen and the bed. Gav Watterson came and put a kitchen window in for us, so big thank you to Gav. He's been fantastic.
We had a very generous donation from Manx Telecom, so they've supplied us with fibre broadband for 3 years, which is amazing. And also they gave Lockie a voucher to spend in the shop, so he went in there and got himself some new tech, a nice new phone, some earbuds, Apple Watch. So yeah, he's done really well out of Manx Telecom, so thank you to them. Talbot Blinds came in and they fitted the blinds. A good friend of ours, Angela, made some curtains and blinds for Lockie's room, and Talbot's supplied electric tracks for them to go on so that Lockie can manage them just with his remote control, which is fantastic for him. And Bond Fabrics as well, they supplied the materials for the blinds and curtains.
Stuart Clegg came back in on the very last day to make sure his plumbing was ready. Literally on the last day, the plumber was on his hands and knees working hard. So big thank you to Stuart Clegg Services. I don't know what we would have done if we'd have got them home and the plumbing wouldn't have been ready. So massive thank you for them for jumping on board at the last minute. The steam packet, we had to contact Darren, and he just made it easy for us to go on there and get the best rate that was on offer. So big thank you for him, just for organising our travel every week. It's been fantastic. There is another thank you, really sorry. Kells Properties, they donated quite a large sum to put towards our plumbing. So big thank you to Kells Properties, thank you. There's over 50 people, 50 companies that have helped us. Robbie Black and Joe Yeardsley fitted our log burner. So big thank you to them. I really hope we haven't missed anyone out. I've been mortified, to be honest.
I'm sure we probably
but
have.
We've just had a lot of love and support, and even thinking back now, how nervous I used to be coming home to find some stranger who had volunteered his time to come and work on your property. It still gives me the biggest lump in my throat, knowing that I'd have to go and say hello to them, thank them, and try and keep my emotions in check, because it's not been easy, and it's still not easy now, just thinking about it.
From that list, lots and lots, I think majority of the businesses are local Manx businesses. You know, how does it make you feel to see so many businesses, local businesses, you know, took the time out, took, you know, whatever cost for the material or whatever it is to do what they've done?
It just goes to show what an amazing community we're part of, and we're very lucky to be a part of. People really do come together when there's a crisis, and our eyes have been opened up to that. Yeah, they call it a journey, don't they? And it has been a journey, and we're still on it. But we are amazed at this. We've always known that the Isle of Man community was brilliant, but yeah, we can't thank everyone enough. It's just been amazing.
I have 2 people to thank: my mum and dad for taking care of me.
That's just broken me, that is.
We're both crying now. Thank you, Lockie.
That's broken me, but
we're very proud to be your mum and dad.
We're just pleased how hard you work, and that you just get on with it and you don't complain, and yeah, we just love you to bits. And thank you for working so hard in your recovery.
Yes, thank you to you.
No. Thank you guys, you know, allowing me to.
You've been a big support from the start when we needed the help and we needed the support of the community.
It's been, as you say, it's been a long journey, and I don't want to bring up what happened, but I don't know if you guys want to just any message out there for people, like
all these young drivers that are just passing their tests. Please be careful, because Lockie was actually quite a good driver. He was good, he was a good driver, and just lack of concentration, maybe a little bit too fast, who knows, we don't fully know why. We're just getting on with it now because it's happened. And when we see these young kids on Facebook with their L plates getting torn up, please be careful, because this doesn't happen to you, it happens to other people. Only it's happened to us. So
it's impossible to put into words the feelings that we've had throughout. It's been a roller coaster, up and down, highs and lows. The support has given us highs. The terrible accident at the start was the darkest of times, but we've come through it. We've gained lots of new friends. The support, we're so proud to be part of the Manx community, and we're so proud of Lockie, how far he's come, never complains, always has a smile on his face. What a great guy.
Thank you to everyone who's helped with this build.
The project as a whole, we feel very happy that we were part of. The fact that we all made it possible for the family to be together, and Lockie to receive the great care that he requires is something that we all feel very proud of. We think it's all too often easy to wish things to happen on the island, yet nothing may come of it. However, actions speak louder than words, and the whole team that were involved in the project to get Lockie back home, we should all feel immensely proud. So well done, everybody. Merry Christmas to Lockie and family, and thank you for letting us be part of the project to help. Thank you.
Hi, I'm James McCullough from J&J Building Contractors. I just when I heard about it, I thought, like, well, you know, I don't know the family. I've never met the family, but I thought, yeah, I'll just give them a hand and try and help out as much as I could. Because like you just never know when you need it yourself. And we had the boys there and just done whatever we needed to do. And I'm glad I did it. And I'm glad now he's back home with his family.
When we seen the request on social media for the Ballalockie project looking for electricians to help out, we here at Mansour Electrical were more than happy to jump on board and help them with that. But also a very close family member of Lockie has been employed by us for nearly 10 years now. That's his cousin Shane. So we felt it was quite fitting, really, for us to come on board and help out the project in any way we could.
I do love to get involved in a wish and wave magic wands everywhere. However, I saw the Facebook site and saw really the mess that it takes to start a project like this. And I just set to work, and I have to say, it will look lovely, but my job was the easiest.
Thank you so much on behalf of Lockie and his family. You've all been an absolute dream to work with.